hey, and thank you for clicking play in 2024 for Pirate Day. Actually, that's not true. Pirate Day was last Thursday, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to have a tiny bit of rum. I've never tried this one before. Baron Samedi, is that how you pronounce that? I don't care how you pronounce it. It's about how you drink it. Only be a little bit. So I'm actually going out for a bike ride later. So happy Pirate Day for 2024. Not bad. So let's pirate something. And let's be clear, this is piracy, it's not preservation. So what do we need first of all? Well, a game. I've chosen Flying Shark because, nostalgia related, I recall loving this game, and I'm pretty sure I didn't have a legit copy. I think this is one of the games. Most of my Spectrum collection were legit, but this was certainly, I think, one of the games I pirated off my mate Sean. Along with Spy Hunter is another one I recall having on a cassette that would have looked much like this. Oh, all the good bits are escaping from the rum there. So this is a new old stock cassette. We need to crack this open, and you'll see first and foremost, and most importantly, I've already loaded. Just need to rewind it. I've already loaded Flying Shark off the original cassette. Okay, and it was quite a cool experience because I don't remember any games doing block loading like the Electron does, where it tells you which data block it's searching for. So if there's an error, you can just rewind a couple of seconds and then continue loading. Flying Shark actually does that for the Spectrum. I think Dave from Retro Games Played Badly pointed that out to me in the past. But yeah, I don't remember that at all. Anyway, so here's the tape. That's what I've just loaded off. Interestingly, this side with ticks on it, which to me indicates that somebody's tested it in the past and that was a successful side. That side wouldn't load for me. This side actually does. And the signal is really strong and it's really loud. So that gives us a good starting point. That's not fully rewound. So I'm going to finish rewinding this and then we'll go about. I'll take you in the other room and we'll put this onto this and off we go. Okay, let's figure this out. So let's turn the unit on, the Stack of Awesome. We do actually have a counter here, but I think all tape counters are slightly different, so I'm not going to bother about that too much. Which is the side that has record on? This is the record. This only has play. So the original has to go in tape 1 and the new old stock blank cassette in tape 2. Let's get that sorted. One original copy of Flying Shark going in. Fully rewound, and that's the side that loaded, not the side with the ticks. So that's the side. And let's just make sure our tape player actually works. Just going to fast forward it a bit. Yep. Now, just going to check. You've got a record level. We've got record level and record balance. This is slightly more complicated. In case EQ stuff goes through, because I don't know if it will, I'm going to put it all up the top so that it's a clean signal. No bass added. Bass and all of that is turned off. Got 2 setting, I don't know what that's about. We're on tape. That's the counter. Right, balance is central, but recording level, I don't know. Should we just leave it top? We'll just leave it top. We'll do a quick test record to see how clear that comes through and if it sounds like it's the same level. So next, we need the new old stock. By the way, doing this as kids, we didn't care about all that. I don't remember checking any of that. I think I had a simpler stereo. You just put the tape in and off you went. I'm pretty sure the EQ won't affect recording, it will actually affect playback. But there we go. Right, let's, it doesn't matter that it's there right now. One new old stock cassette. It's been a while since I've done that. Oh, look at that. Whack this in there. Right, I'm just going to do a quick test record. So I'm going to click play. I'm going to click record and play. See how this is peaking here? That tells us we're recording. Right, I'm going to stop that. Rewind that. Let's hear how that came across here. I didn't let... So that's much lower than the original. So I'm going to whack this up by about a quarter. Let's try that. I'm going to whack the recording level up all the way. Oop. That's much better. It may be something to do with the playback on this side. That's what I'm going to go with. So let's rewind both of these. And off we go. Now I'm going to hit record on this side. And I'm going to let that go through the leader. Sounds like it's gone through the leader because the sound of the tape is smoothed out. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. And then I'm going to hit play. Right, when that's finished, we'll see if it loads on the Spectrum. Let's just wait for this to begin. Off it goes. Okay, well that stopped screaming. So let's rewind both of these. Original goes into the original. Copy goes back in there. Let's go see if this works. Okay, let's see if this loads. And one thing I've just remembered was this did struggle a little bit, so the fact that this came across a bit quieter even when we recorded at max level may be a rock for our back, but all we can do is try. Why are we so low? I don't know. There we go. Could cut that out, won't bother. Right, so Spectrum's ready to go. In goes this cassette. That's not focusing. Yes, it is. And put it in over here, which you can't see. This is so bad. Off you go and play. That's at max because it was already at max earlier. And I'm not gonna make you sit through the whole load. I'll basically wait for it to start. I'm not hearing anything. Ah, because I let it run for a bit, didn't I? Yeah. So we'll let it start. I want to at least let you see the start of a successful load. Like, let's see the blocks beginning to load. That'll be quite clear. Ooh. No, see, that should have said shark. That's at max, so we have no way of getting an increase in volume. Alright, what I'll do then instead, it shouldn't really make any difference, but I'm going to go down to 48 mode and we'll do, because sometimes it just makes a difference to how the thing is behaving. So 48k mode, oops, excuse me, let's press play. And if this doesn't work, I may run in the other room, because I've shown you the principle, and quickly copy a different game that I know loads easier, like Spy Hunter, and then I'll see if I can get that to load. And if it doesn't load, then look, that's the end of the Pirate Day video. No. Right, so keep in mind that stack in the other room, it hasn't been cleaned, hasn't had its belts changed, so I don't think it's recording as loud as the original. Unless it's peaking because I whacked it all the way up, but I don't think that's the issue. So I'm just going to try another game, and we'll see what we get. But yeah, hasn't been cleaned, belts haven't been changed, so some maintenance probably needs to be done to that machine, because you really do want a nice, crisp copy onto the new tape. I'll be back. Okay, that isn't Spy Hunter, because I couldn't get Spy Hunter to load even off the original cassette, and that has loaded before. So I've gone for another one, which I'm pretty sure I had pirated from my mate Sean, and it's Rampage. Fantastic game. So I've done a test load. That's where we're at right now. That's the test load. It's loaded. S to start game, apparently. Yep, there we go. So now let's see if we can put it onto here. Okay, back from the other room. Here's the original cassette. Let's put that down there. Here's the copy, hopefully. Now, what I forgot to mention was, generally games on the Spectrum require this little mini stack to be at full volume. And this game actually loaded, the original cassette actually loaded at about 22, max is 25. So that gives us a bit of fluff. So A, it means if it comes out a bit quieter, I've got wiggle room, but also when I recorded it in the other room, I actually took the recording level down just a notch in the hope that any peaking that may have been happening, I don't think that was the issue, but that would get rid of that as well. What I'm saying is there's some wiggle room on this one. Let's go. Oh, so now I'm going to turn this up to max. So that's on max. Let's see what happens. Just give me some. Just to show proof of concept. Program Rampage. R-tape loading error. You can hear a bit of warble in that, and that's not from this player, so I think that's the other player introducing that. I'm actually going to set this to the same volume as the original loaded. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. Well. Rampage. R-tape loading error. Okay, there's one other thing I'm going to try. I found a button on that cassette player in the other room. I'm going to bring the recording volume up again. And there's a button that says... No, don't do two things at once. We'll do that first. But the button that's also... There's a button that says HD dubbing. High definition dubbing? I don't know. I'll increase the record volume. If that doesn't work, we'll press that button and see what it does. Here we go again. Original. Copy. So this was max record volume. This I'm setting to max playback volume. Let's see where it gets us. I'm leaving this little bit until we celebrate. I'm not touching it. Rampage. We're looking good. So keep in mind the original loaded at volume 23, this is loading at volume 25, so that kind of takes up that slack. Given most of my collection, when they do load, require that player to be on max, I don't hold out much hope. But look, at least what this shows is the proof of concept and that it can be done. There's the load screen. I'm going to fast forward. I'll see you at the end and we'll see if the game loads. That's loaded. And you know what that means, right? Sorry, I'm just going to swing around so you can see the stack that takes the whack. I came up from that. That tape's rewinding. That's the tape we just loaded off. The game is in. You know what that means? That means there's some nostalgia for you. Handwritten cassette labels. And of course what you could do is record several games to tape. Mark their positions on your counter, on the inlay. It's Pirate Day. Or at least it was. Cheers. I don't know the controls because I'm a filthy pirate and I don't have the original cover, so I can't see what the controls are. This was pointless. Badu. See ya.